Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore, and this is a reaction to Mikal Bridges getting traded to the New York Knicks. Like, I was not expecting him to get traded to the Knicks. Out of all the teams, the team across town, like usually teams that's in inner city, like states and all that, cities and stuff, they don't make trades like this. But the Nets traded Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks. Like, the thing is, the Nets didn't have a future. Like, let's just be honest, the Nets didn't have a future after trading all their picks away for James Harden. Like, they just didn't have a future. And now you get with the New York Knicks, they give away their 2025 pick, their 2027 pick, their 2029, and their 2031 pick. So now the Knicks, they don't have a future. They're going all in. They're going all in to win a championship. And they're basically saying forget those picks. But the Nets, on the other hand, they're getting back future assets because this team wasn't good. Like, I didn't know what the Brooklyn Nets direction was because you weren't a good team and you didn't have no draft picks. So what is your future going to be? Like, that was really the mystery, and they was all hell and bent saying they was gonna not trade Mikal Bridges, get another star to pair him with in Brooklyn, but they traded him away. And the thing is, like, Mikal Bridges, I think Mikal Bridges is a good player. Now, did I think to a degree he would replicate them 27 games he had with the Brooklyn Nets last year? I thought he can do maybe somewhat little bit of that, but he really didn't. He only averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And that ain't like star type numbers, even second star type numbers. That's just not it. And they finally realized, you know what? We're not gonna be good. And if we do trade him a year later, he had 2 years left. So, and we trade him either probably later this year or next year, he's gonna only have 1 year left, and the value goes down. So they was like, let's just jump on this quick. But just trading him to the New York Knicks was shocking. The Knicks have the Villanova boys back. You pairing him with Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and now Mikal Bridges. All them teams, they was on some of those national championship teams back at Villanova. So this is it's a blockbuster because of the picks really. I think that, like, on the Knicks side of it, they know they can win a championship because I think a lot of people believe that if the Knicks were healthy last year in this past playoffs, they could have beaten Boston. Now you're pairing Mikal Bridges with Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Julius Randle is still there, and you might resign OG. I think Isaiah Hartenstein is gone, but if you have all those players, you can compete with the Boston Celtics. You have the wing defenders. Now, that's only if OG signs back. But you have the wing defenders now that can match up with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown now. And that's amazing. Like, this is a crazy trade. And another thing about this trade, it was a separate deal, but the Nets are getting back their own picks from the James Harden trade. They're getting back their 2025 pick and their 2026 pick. And next year's draft class is supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be a really good draft. So that means the Nets know they're not going to be good, and now we get our own pick back. So now that pick is probably going to be top 3, top 5 at least. Like, the Nets did a great job. Like, the Knicks, they did a good job, great job too, but it's the Brooklyn Nets that did a great job because a lot of people, including me, was thinking, what are the Nets going to do? What is Sean Marks doing? After he traded away, like, obviously the Paul Pierce and the Kevin Garnett trade back in the day, he traded away all those picks. Then you signed for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Obviously, all those guys left, and including James Harden, all those guys left. Now you're stuck in nowhere, no man's land. Because if we did a list of the teams in no man's land, I don't think they would be in no man's land, but they would be somewhat in there or at the bottom. But the Brooklyn Nets have a future now. So, and the picks from the Knicks are unprotected, so that doesn't change anything. But they do have a Milwaukee Bucks first round pick that is protected, and they got a second round pick and a pick swap. So you basically just got like 7 picks. You basically just got it's like they basically got like 6, 7 picks back for basically Mikal Bridges. And I don't think nothing against Mikal Bridges. I think he's a good player, like I said. But is he really worth 4 first round picks? Now, I don't think he's worth all of that. But for the Knicks side of things, they see that they have the chemistry from back when they was at Villanova, and they think if Mikal Bridges could be our third option, because I'm expecting Julius Randle to be there, they have a chance. And Mikal Bridges, we don't need him to be this amazing scorer like he was trying to be in Brooklyn. He can go back to when he was on the Phoenix Suns, where he was making all defensive teams and was a second in defensive player of the year that year. Because, it's hard being like a two-way player in the NBA. But now we don't need him to go out there and score 24 a night like he was in Brooklyn. No, I expect Mikal Bridges to probably average at least 17, 18 points and play exceptional defense again. And that's how the Suns got to the finals that year, because Mikal Bridges helped them with his defensive abilities, and he's going to do the same thing. And the Knicks are already a great defensive team anyway. It was one of the best defensive teams in the league. Now you're adding that, who could possibly give you 20 a night. You're putting that on the team too. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. The Knicks, they won the trade. The Brooklyn Nets won the trade. Both the teams won, because this is a crazy deal. I'm just glad that Mikal Bridges, he doesn't have to wait and see where he could potentially go. He goes to where his guys are. Those are like his close friends. So this is a great deal. And just by grading the trade itself, I would say that the New York Knicks get an A+, and the Brooklyn Nets get an A+. Like, you can't beat that. You had literally no future. You had no future, and now you literally have a future. If I'm Brooklyn Nets fans who actually probably know what my team is going through, I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yes, we got our future back. And now they could potentially get somebody good next year in the draft, because they're not going to be a good team. They're going to be at the bottom. They're going to be at the bottom in the East. They probably win maybe close to 20 games. I'm just expecting close to 20 games. So this is a great deal. This is a great deal for both the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. Knicks are trying to go win a championship in the next 4 years, while the Brooklyn Nets are going to be stuck in rebuild for the next 4 to 5 years. So everybody wins. And this is a great move. This is a great move for both NBA teams. I really have no words, because I just really wasn't expecting him to go to the Knicks. I think that's what's more shocking, and the Brooklyn Nets getting their own picks back. Now, I'm surprised the Rockets even made that trade with them. I'm surprised they did that, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. The Brooklyn Nets, they traded away Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks. And that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast reaction to Mikal Bridges getting traded to the New York Knicks. I will see y'all next time.